Welcome to my leadership session. I'm Pastor Mark, and last time I spoke to you about need versus purpose. And this afternoon I'm in my garden, and we just enjoyed a great day I had with a friend, and we were talking about purpose versus need. And I've been thinking lots about that, and I wanted to share a bit more about that again today. You know, in life we have so many things that we need, and as we go through life we seem to need more things. But I really want to emphasize the importance of purpose, the importance of having purpose. And I want us to use a little 3 words: know, freedom, purpose. God wants us to know Him. Reading a book at the moment, and it's talking about people's journey in faith. And one of the big things is that lots of people might stay at the point where they get stalled in their Christian relationship with God. And oftentimes as people get stalled in the knowing God and knowing others is not a one-off, but actually allowing people to know you is part of the growth process, and allowing God to know you. The woman at the well, she went to go and get her water at 12 in the afternoon, and normally people get their water in the morning with the other woman, but she was ashamed. She had a need and she had to meet it, so she went to the well. And when she got there, she met Jesus, and He had sent His disciples away to go get food in the town. And when she was there, she was a Samaritan, he was a Jew, and they shouldn't have even been associating with each other, regardless of her being a woman, him being a man at that time. And He said to her, "Would you give me something to drink?" And she said, "Why would you ask me to give you something to drink? Am I not a Samaritan and you a Jew?" And she began to talk to Jesus, and Jesus said, "If you knew who was asking you for a drink, you would have asked Him. You would have asked me for a drink if you knew who I was. I've got living water for you." He began to talk to her and tell her about her story. She said, go call your husband. And she said, "Oh, I don't have a husband." He said, "Right, you got," and explained a whole relationship background, and the man she was with is not even the man that she was married to. And she left the town and back to the town after the water, and she went and she said to the people in the town, "Come and see the man who has told me everything about me. He knew me, yet He accepted me. He accepted me as a Samaritan woman, and He accepted me even for my past." Jesus said to her that in the last days the true worshippers will worship in spirit and in truth. Jesus met this woman, and He knew her, and she was surprised that He would still love her or accept her, even though she had done all these things. The whole town came, and it was a massive thing, and Jesus shared with all of them, and they came to believe in Him as the Messiah. Jesus wants to know you. He wants to accept you. He wants you to find freedom. This woman found freedom. She could go back to the well with the rest of the women. She didn't have to be ashamed of her past or the things that she had done. Jesus wants us to find freedom so that we can find purpose. It's not a one-off time decision. "Oh, I found freedom today. I know God today. I found my purpose." As you grow day by day with God, knowing Him and being allowed to be known by Him, brings us to a point of decision to find freedom. Very recently I had a big problem with a guy for about 7-8 years, and I've created this massive issue with what he's done and what he didn't do or what it may have ever been. And the weekend I met him again, and it's like God was saying to him, "Mark, you've got a choice. You keep going to the well at midday, you keep speaking about this relationship, how it's affecting your life, or you find freedom. I want to know you, Mark, in this area. Allow me to know you in this area." And I handed it over to the Lord. I handed him over to the Lord. I said, "Lord, this has been gone on too long. I want freedom so I can find my purpose, which is loving Jesus and loving people." You know, maybe you're holding on to things. Maybe there's things in your life you need to let go of. Maybe there's things that have begun to become so needing to hold on to. But in actual fact, God's purpose for you is far bigger and far greater, and He wants you to find forgiveness and love. You can find that when you allow God to know you, and when you step into knowing God in a new way, in a new area. I had to find the God of forgiveness, who allowed me to hand over my hurt and everything else about this guy and give it to Him. I found freedom. I can genuinely tell you today, I'm free for the first time in 7 years. I found freedom. I found purpose. Loving Jesus, loving people. Now I can even pray for this guy and hope for one day God could restore relationship. That's the purpose that we can live with if we just get over needing. I want a relationship with Jesus. I want to know him more. I'm Pastor Mark. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for being with me in my garden, and I pray God bless you. Bye.